Welcome, vacationers, back on another trip to the Orlando area. In today's trip, we're going to look back at one of our recent trips where we stopped by at a food joint that looked pretty dope. A little scary, but I'll explain that more in the video. But before we start, I just want to give a huge shout out to all of you as we hit our first milestone, 100 subscribers. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for the support. Now, without further ado, let's begin the video. So if you've been to Orlando, there's this place called Old Town. It's like a open style theme park on 192 The Strip. If you haven't, we're working on a video for you guys to showcase that. But right across the street, there's this nice cool spot called World of Food Trucks. And basically what it is a whole bunch of food trucks just situated in one area. And I'm talking about a whole lot of food trucks. And we have variations from Cajun food to basically everything in South America, from Colombian, Venezuelan, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, anything you think you would want to eat, you could probably find it in that little spot right there. The only thing that was kind of scary is that when we went there, we weren't expecting the crowds to be so big. I mean, it felt like theme park crowds, but it's understandable because it's just one little spot where they have all the trucks kind of situated around. What was a little bit more scary was the fact that you could say 50% of the people there weren't wearing masks. So it felt a little bit uncomfortable for us when we got there. The cool thing about it is that right next to it is a flea market, and kind of behind it is an arcade. So we decided to kind of fled that way, let the crowds kind of go down for a little bit, and then come back and order food. Because like I said, it was a bit scary at first. It's been a very long time since Sarah and I have been inside a flea market, especially the ones in Orlando. We used to actually go to them frequently a few years back just to, bargain shop or look for treasures, if you want to say it that way. So it was kind of eye-opening and kind of cool to see some of these little mom and pop vendor spots, especially the ones that sold video games, right? Kind of try to find those treasures of old Super Nintendo games, Genesis games, and things like that. And they had a lot of memorabilia when it came to Star Wars and anime. And that's one thing that kind of stood out to me. There was a lot of anime little pop-up shops in the flea market, which I thought was really, really, really cool. Now, I have to admit though, this arcade is really, really nice. It's actually better than some of the arcades I've seen at some fancy resorts. It has so many variances of different games, and oh my god, the neon lights. The neon lights. I felt like I was in the 80s or something, but it's really cool. And it complements the whole food truck. There's actually a bar in there as well. There's 2 bars, I believe. There was one in the arcade and another bar inside the flea market that also has a little stool or sticks out to the food trucks. It's kind of a weird setup, but it's still cool though. But like I was saying, it complements everything, where you could go grab some food, go to the flea market, bargain shop, and then hit the arcades for a little bit, especially if you have kids, and there's prizes to be won. So it has a lot for everybody. It has a little bit of everything for everybody. That's what I meant to say. So overall, we had a very, very, very fun time. We will be going back. We just want to kind of wait it out, because like I said, it did get scary with so many people bunched up at one time. After we left the flea market and came back, it did settle down, but I believe that was like the eye in the storm, where the families were leaving, but the party people were starting to come in. So we literally grabbed our food and dipped. We did not eat there. We ate at the hotel. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, as it helps out the channel immensely, and we would greatly appreciate it. If you're planning on staying at a hotel or resort you're on the fence about, comment below and we might tour it for you. Until the next trip, stay safe.